Yo, Buccaneers, it's Corey from Buck and Under, and today we're gonna get intimate. Meaning, like, you're gonna see what I see and forget it. Let's go! Man, what time is it? Oh, shoot the video! Today we're going to talk about the style of shooting in POV, or point of view, or first person style. Now, this style is very immersive. It brings the viewer right into whatever the story you want to tell because it makes them feel as if they're somebody else. It gives them this chance of living in somebody else's skin or seeing through somebody else's eyes. Now, that kind of intimacy brings a new level to the story in. It's a fantasy world where you get to become somebody else and do other things that you wouldn't normally do without the consequences of actually doing those things. So when we were going to do the Tough Mudder, we wanted to bring everybody along with us. We wanted to find a way to show people what it's like to do this event because this was the first time we were doing it. We wanted to get people excited about doing stuff like this. So we decided, why not take a camera along with us and shoot the entire thing? Now, there are two ways to do that. I mean, you could run around with a waterproof housing, like that one right there. You can run around with a waterproof housing and try to get everything, but it's big, it's bulky, it's kind of ridiculous to do a challenge where you have to run and grab things with both hands, and it's kind of ridiculous. So we couldn't do that. The second best thing was to bring along a GoPro. We wanted to take that along with us, but in a different way. Now, you can mount your GoPro to like little handles like this, so as you're running around you can kind of shoot like this, but again, if you can see, my hand's not that steady. It kind of bounces around a little bit. So what's the next best thing? Well, the next best thing is this. Now, what is this? This is actually was designed for surfers, and it's a mouth mount, and this mouth mount mounts the GoPro to your head like this, so your hands are free to climb over mud or do whatever. And I'll subtitle that for you all. It allows your hands to be free. Now, this particular mouth mount is made by GoPro. An absolutely amazing little mount. It has a little bite area right here, which is very soft. So because your head is a natural stabilizer, unlike your arms are always sort of floating like this. Your head has your whole body to absorb the impact and sort of absorb that sort of bounciness that happens. So when you put this in your mouth, your head is very stabilized. Even if you're running like this, your head is more stabilized than if you were running and doing this. So the next question you're probably going to ask is, did I run the entire Tough Mudder with this in my mouth like this, and did I look like an idiot? Well, let's answer the first question. Did I run the whole thing? Yes, I did. I ran the whole thing with this in my mouth. And did I look like an idiot? Absolutely. Let's cut to some footage.
The camera grab. With the camera.
Yeah, that's it. Did you get shot? Cheers, guys. Good job.
So you look silly, yes, but you get some amazing footage that normally other people aren't willing to do or aren't willing to look crazy. I mean, I think the idea of doing anything for the shot or anything for the story that you want to tell is very important. I mean, even if you look kind of dumb when you're doing it, the shots that I got from this were absolutely amazing. And now I get to share that experience with everybody out there and my friends and my family. Maybe this will convince a couple of you to, when we do this next time, which we're going to do it again in the fall, to come out and try it with us, because it was a blast. It wasn't as scary as I originally thought. So that ability to show people what it's like without the consequence of actually doing it is an amazing storytelling tool. So if you have a GoPro 5 or 6, it has stabilization, which is great. It actually works really well. Now, the stabilization is on the sensor, and it's basically just software stabilization, I believe. So here are the settings that we used. Let's check it out. to get the highest resolution with stabilization, you're gonna have to use resolution 2.7K. We typically go 24 frames per second, and the FOV is gonna be wide. Now, the FOV is gonna be wide because of the stabilization. You can't go super wide because the software actually goes back and does the stabilization for you. So, typically that's what we do. And then going across here, color's flat, white balance at 5500, ISO's 400, shutter. Since we were doing the Tough Mudder, I wanted it on auto, just so that I could deal with going in and out of water and not having things horribly overexposed or underexposed. Next one is video stabilization. Make sure this is turned on. As you can see, it says that crops the wide FOV 10%, and that's because it does stabilization in the software. And basically make sure it's on. So if you tap that little bottom thing, like this, see how it's off? Now if we tap it again, whoop, pops back on. So that is our image stabilization. So that's what we used for Tough Mudder. So we're a huge fan of the mouth mount, and we're going to be definitely using it in some other videos when appropriate, obviously. But I think it's something that would be great to have in your bag and have as a storytelling tool. Sure, it's silly, it's crazy, you look ridiculous sometimes, but the shots that you get are going to be unlike anything that anybody else with a camera can get, because you have your hands free and you have that sense of, when I look this way, the whole camera and everybody's viewpoint looks that way. It's a great tool. So we definitely recommend the mouth mount from GoPro. Now there's DIY solutions out there too, which are also great, and there are some other cheap ones on Amazon and stuff, but this particular mount from GoPro is pretty solid. Alright, as usual, thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button to see more, and I'll see you next time. See ya!